Hey, my friend, welcome back to English Edge, the place where we talk not just about learning English, but about becoming the kind of person who keeps growing, who keeps showing up, and who keeps dreaming, even when it gets hard. I'm John, and today I want to talk to you about something real. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt super motivated one day and then completely empty the next? Like you woke up ready to conquer the world on Monday, gym, work, your goals, everything. And then by Wednesday, you're like, what happened to that fire I felt? Yeah, we've all been there. Motivation is like a spark. It feels amazing when it's there. It makes us feel unstoppable, like we could fly. But what happens when that spark fades? What happens when we don't feel like doing anything? That's where discipline comes in. And that's what today's episode is about. Motivation versus discipline. Which one really drives success? Which one should we rely on when we're trying to learn a language, build a business, change our life, or just become a better version of ourselves? I'm not here to give you a textbook answer. I want to have a real conversation with you because the truth is, motivation feels good, but it doesn't last. And discipline is quiet. It's not flashy. It's the thing that shows up when motivation disappears. It's what keeps you going on the days when you don't feel like it. So today, let's go deep. Let's explore the difference between these two forces. And let's talk about how you can build a life where you don't just wait for the fire. You become the fire. Are you ready? Let's get into it. So let's start with motivation. Motivation is beautiful. It's that feeling you get when you hear a powerful speech, watch an inspiring movie, or see someone doing exactly what you dream of doing. It's the rush of energy when you imagine your future self, successful, confident, doing what you love. And when that feeling hits, it feels like nothing can stop you. You say things like, this time it's different. Now I'm serious. I'm finally ready. But here's the hard truth. Motivation is not reliable because motivation is emotional, and emotions are temporary. They rise, they fall. They're influenced by so many things. How much sleep you got, what someone said to you, the weather, even what you had for lunch. You can't build your future on something that's always changing. Think about it. How many people joined the gym in January and quit by February? They were motivated, but when the soreness kicked in, when the results didn't come fast enough, when life got busy, the motivation vanished. And here's the thing, it's not their fault. It's just that motivation alone was never going to be enough. Now, let's talk about discipline. Discipline isn't exciting. It's not emotional. It doesn't give you butterflies or goosebumps. Discipline is simple. It's doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's the person who wakes up at 6 a.m. to study even when no one's watching. The one who shows up to train even when it's raining. The one who writes, practices, learns, grows. Not because they feel like it, but because they said they would. Discipline is not loud. It's quiet, but powerful. Motivation says, I feel good, so I'll act. Discipline says, I'll act no matter how I feel. And that's the key. That's where real change happens. Not in the moments when everything feels perfect, but in the messy, ordinary moments when you choose to keep going anyway. Let me tell you something personal. There were days I wanted to quit this podcast, days where I thought, no one's listening, or this episode isn't good enough, or maybe I'm not cut out for this. But I kept showing up, not because I was always motivated, I wasn't, but because I had made a decision. And every time I honored that decision, even when it felt small, even when it didn't get applause, I was building something inside of me that no one could take away. Discipline. And you know what's crazy? The more I showed up, the more the motivation came back. That's the secret no one tells you. Motivation doesn't come first. Action does. You don't wait to feel ready. You take the step, and then the feeling catches up. It's like momentum. Imagine trying to push a heavy car. At first, it's hard. It doesn't move. But once it starts rolling, it gets easier. That's how motivation works. You create it by moving. So if you're waiting to feel inspired before you start that project, learn that skill, go to the gym, speak in English, change your life. Stop waiting. Do it tired. Do it scared. Do it confused. But do it. And that's where discipline becomes your best friend, because discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline only cares about who you want to become. Look, I'm not saying motivation is bad. It's amazing, but think of motivation like the wind. It can help you go faster. But discipline is your legs. You can walk, run, or crawl, but you'll keep moving forward even if the wind disappears. That's how dreams are built, not on sparks, but on steady fire. You want to be fluent in English? Discipline. You want to get fit? Discipline. You want to change your life, your habits, your mindset? It all starts with showing up every day, not perfectly, just consistently. Let me leave you with this. One day someone will look at you and say, "You're so lucky," but they won't see the days you pushed through the boredom, the fear, the laziness, the doubt. They won't see the mornings you didn't want to get up, the nights you stayed a little longer to keep learning. But you'll know that it wasn't luck. It was discipline. It was you choosing to keep going when it would have been easier to stop. So the next time you don't feel motivated, smile, because now you know the truth. You don't need motivation. You've got something stronger. You've got discipline, and that's unstoppable. So wherever you are right now, walking, driving, maybe just sitting with your headphones on, I want you to take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, and I want you to remember this. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to keep showing up. One step, one choice, one small act of discipline at a time. Because the life you want, the person you dream of becoming, they're already waiting for you. And every time you choose discipline over comfort, you get a little closer. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just learning how to stay consistent, even when the spark isn't there. And trust me, that's what builds a life you're proud of. So the next time you feel unmotivated, don't panic. Don't wait for the fire. Be the fire. Discipline is freedom, and it's already inside you. Motivation is a visitor. Discipline is a roommate. One comes and goes. The other stays and builds your future. Thank you for spending this moment with me. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And remember, even on the days you feel like giving up, you are doing better than you think. Keep going. I believe in you. I'm John, and this was English Edge. Until next time, stay grounded, stay growing, and stay disciplined.